Morning, guys. It's snowing. I'm very excited about this fact. So when we woke up this morning, I was like, oh, it's going to be such a crappy day because still so dark in the bedroom. When it's sunny, oh my God, it's so bright in there, even with the blinds down. And we just assumed it was going to be raining. It sounded like, the roads were wet and everything. And then he opened the blind. He was like, actually, it's snowing. And I was like, what? So, what is it today? The 12th of April. It is a big day in the UK. The stores open, the gyms open, everything opens. People can go out and try to be semi-normal. And oddly enough, the universe was like, you know what? I'm going to make it snow so that when you do go outside, you're going to get wet. And it's going to be a bit miserable because it's not even sticking. As you can see on the thing here, it's not sticking on the roofs, but that's about it. It'll be a bit noisy here because washing machine's on. But yeah, it's sticking a little bit on the grass and the trees. The poor guys that will be here to do the construction. Yes, it's coming along and I'm so dying to find out what it is. It's stuck all over their concrete bricks, which will be fun for them, but I'm sure they'll still turn up today. So this is just a quick update vlog. I'm not very good at these. I've recorded about 5 times, but I just don't like sitting here just talking to you. I'm more of a go around and do things, but I also hate it when vloggers just carry their phone around while they're walking around. It just makes me dizzy. So lately I've been having a problem with my left hand. I don't know if you can see the difference. It's a little bit puffy here. It's something in the joint here. I don't know what it is, but Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, I was waking up and I wasn't able to bend my thumb at all. And then Friday night, I started to get pains down my wrist here. Saturday morning, it took about an hour before I could bend my thumb. I spoke to the doctor on Friday. He told me to take ibuprofen and wear a wrist guard. This one was in the wash, so I couldn't start wearing it until Saturday till it dried. But this is one I usually wear to work on my right hand, which I'm now going to have to wear on my left hand. So I now have this one to wear on my right hand because I don't want to just wear nothing, if that makes sense. Because usually I don't wear anything on my left hand because I never have any problems with it. But yeah, so I've been taking some ibuprofen. I just have to take some before work, before I go in, which is very soon. I think it's about 22 at the moment. And then I called them again on Saturday because I developed that pain in my wrist. And it was the out of hours doctor, but she told me to call Xray on Monday. I told her about the SOS line for orthopedics, which was what I was given when I went to have tests done at orthopedics. They said if you decide you need another consultation or you want to have surgery on your wrist, then please just call this line rather than doing the referral and everything because it's a lot quicker. So today is Monday. I had a couple of rough nights sleep, but while I was wearing this at night, it seemed a lot better. I'm not waking up, not being able to move my thumb, which is something, but I just got a little bit worried because it was my left hand, which is my non-dominant hand. I just didn't understand why all of a sudden it was happening. I have some tightness across here as well, which is a bit weird, but anyways, so this morning I woke up at 7:30 when Mr. went to work. I came out, I had breakfast. I called at 8, but then everything didn't open till 9, so I had to sit there and wait. So I called the SOS line first, and she originally told me that the next appointment was 23rd, which is the following Friday, and I was like, you know what, is what it is, I'll take it. She just recently called me back about 5 minutes ago and said they had a cancellation for this Wednesday, and did I want it? I was like, yes, I want it, please. So I have one at 10 to 10 this Wednesday. I also had a blood test booked in, which I booked in on Saturday. So I have that booked in for Wednesday, this same day at 8 a.m. And then I just need to get the X-ray because when I called them today, they're basically the same system as the doctors where you call on the day to make the appointments. So for some reason, she was like, oh, the doctor's put in here your hip and your wrist, and I was like, it should just be my wrist, I think. I didn't say anything to her about my hip, and she was like, oh, well, it says here your hip and your wrist. And I said, well, look, if it says, then we may as well do it. What difference does it make? But they had, I think it was 1 something and 4:20. I finished work at 4, and I just didn't think, I don't know, I felt like that was a bit of a rush to finish work at 4 and be able to get into Surbiton to go to the health centre at Surbiton, because I think otherwise you have to go to Kingston Hospital, which is even further. and I don't really know where the health center in Surbiton is, so I didn't want to kind of like have to stress myself this afternoon to get that done. So I'm going to try and call them again tomorrow. Hopefully if I can go tomorrow, that's great. If I can't go and then I have to call them again on Wednesday, yeah, because I work 12 till 7 on Wednesday. So if I can't get an appointment tomorrow, I'm going to have to see if I can swap shifts with someone on Wednesday, try and get in again. At least then I can get everything done. I know it's annoying and I'm trying to be as flexible and like cause the minimum amount of like change and stress to the rotas at work. But I just figure the sooner I get it done, the sooner I can get it fixed, the sooner we can all move on with everything and not have to worry about any of this anymore. So that's where I'm at the moment. I had the week before, I had a sinus infection and I was taking this nasal spray, which was a prescription one. And I thought the nasal spray was making me drowsy. It was a drowsy one. But I've also been really sleepy this last week, and I stopped taking it because I was like, I can't be sleeping this much. I was like passing out and having a lot of difficulty waking up. So I was like, no, I can't be taking this anymore. So I stopped taking that. But this last week I've been napping a lot, and I don't nap during the day, but a couple of days I've had 2-hour naps. And I was like, that's not right. So I asked her when I was talking to the doctor about my blood test, if they could please also test my iron levels, because I have anemia. And I usually get prescription iron, like the high dosage iron. But every once in a while, they like to take me off it, which is just silly because, I mean, I understand because otherwise you become dependent on it. But then obviously I end up going back on it. It is good to have a break from it, but I think it's the time now to go back on it because I'm just so tired all the time, and usually that's why. So hopefully on Wednesday they'll do the blood tests and test for that. The other thing is I was a bit worried, and I was contemplating changing the day for the blood tests, was that, I don't know if you guys remember, if you saw, I've said in vlogs before, where I think the last time I had a blood test, I had to go twice, or maybe even 3 times, I can't remember now, and they tried 7 times to take my blood, and it just wasn't happening, and they tried twice in each arm, and once in each hand, and you know, they were like, drink more water, blah, 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 and I drank so much water, I swear to God, I didn't have coffee or anything, and I was like, it's just my veins, it's got nothing to do with anything else. So hopefully I can get them to just take it out of my hand straight away. I'm just going to say to them, look, last time I came, we tried 7 times, and I'm all for trying and whatever and all of this, but I have work and I can't be going to work with like, you know, holes in my arms everywhere because it's going to hurt later. So can you please just take it out of my left hand, because my left hand is already having an issue, so that just means I won't use it, which is fine. It can be done. But yeah, so this is my next concern, the blood test, because it's quite difficult to convince them to do that because they don't usually like taking it out of your hand. But anyway, it is what it is. So that's what's going on at the moment. When I speak to the orthopedic surgeon, I think it is, on Wednesday, I need to ask him things like, I'm totally happy to have surgery on my left hand. I want to ask him like how it works. Is it something, I think it's basically like minimally invasive. I don't think people have big scars from it. Like, are you awake? What's the recovery time? All this kind of stuff, because I need to be able to, I want to try and book it in where it doesn't affect work, so it's not on a week where the rotas are already out, or if it has to be on a week where the rotas are already out, they have as much notice as possible. So I need to speak to my boss today about that. Hopefully he's in, give them an update, because I didn't go into work on Saturday. I was having a whole thing about, I just didn't know whether to go or not, because I was kind of freaking out a bit about my hand, because I've never had a problem with my left hand before. It's not, yeah, it's not something that gives me that kind of trouble, but to not be able to like move my thumb or anything like that, I was just like, I don't know what's happening. And obviously with your hands, I do get worried, and maybe I overreact, I don't know. I get worried that at some point, like, what if you do something that just pushes it that little bit too far and then they can't fix it, you know? So I'm super cautious about that. and I decided it was better to not go into work. I debated it all morning. I was like, maybe I can do this, maybe I can do that, maybe I should just go, and then if I can't do it anymore, go home. But I was like, I know if I go, because I know what I'm like at work, I know if I go, I'm going to want to stick it out no matter what. I'm not the kind of person that's like, oh, my wrist hurts, can I go home? I wouldn't be like that. So I was like, you know what, I think it's just better to not go, which I think was a good call in the end, because I haven't had that issue not being able to move my thumb. It does still hurt, and I have like a pain. I just have a general pain in my wrist, like here. So yeah, so this is where I'm at with all of that at the moment. I need to go to work, otherwise I'm going to be late. I need to put my shoes on. So I wanted to update you guys, let you guys know what's going on. It has officially stopped snowing. I don't know, it might snow again this afternoon, but we need to pop into TK Maxx this afternoon to return some jeans that we bought before Christmas for my boyfriend, or exchange them, get a gift receipt, like get a gift card or whatever. But yeah, so I'm going to work, so hopefully today goes fine, nothing dramatic happens, and I will probably update you guys. I'll probably vlog again on Wednesday or something and let you guys know what's going on. So it's a pleasure talking to you. Don't forget to subscribe, hit the notification bell, and give it a big thumbs up, and I will speak to you guys again next time. Bye guys.